What's the name of our show again?
Twigs and Berries.
Twigs and Berries. Hi, I'm Keith. This is James.
Hey.
Welcome
Hi,
to
guys.
another episode of Twigs and Berries. Hey guys, welcome to Vibrations and Libations. I'm Keith.
And I'm James. Tonight we're listening to the newest release from Queens of the Stone Age, and the title of it's Villians.
Appropriately titled.
Appropriately titled.
Because I feel, especially for this first track, If You Don't Fail Me Now, the lead into it is long, but it's very sinister.
Yes.
And it's a little bit deceptive because you think, yeah, this is evil. But
Right.
I think it's more rascally.
All right.
Which
All right.
leads
I
us
see what you're
into
saying.
the beer tonight, which is
Yep.
Avery Brewery White Rascal. And I chose it because of the devil on the front. We got the devil on the cover, and the album is. It does have a little sinister undertone, even
Right.
though it's kind of like a dance feel. A lot of the songs have like a boogie feel, but there is something a little bit sinister going on.
Yeah.
Rascally.
And the album art, I mean, that sums up the whole title right there.
Oh yeah.
The album art's awesome on the cover. It's great.
And
I love it.
We'll give a shout out to Boneface. Did the cover art. He also did the cover art on their last album, and it's the first time that the Queens of the Stone Age has ever used an artist twice.
Oh.
So they've had the same artist for the last two albums. So
Right.
they must love the guy.
Yeah. I read somewhere, or maybe I saw a video on Facebook somebody had shared, posted, whatever, that he said as soon as he saw the album art, he was like, "Fuck yeah, we got to use that,"
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, just to automatically not have to go through any choices, just say that's the one right there,
Right, and it's perfect. I mean, that's obviously Josh Homme and with the devil.
The devil.
Looking through the devil's eyes.
I don't know.
Cool as fuck. I love it.
It's a freaky cover. I like the artwork on it. It's really imaginative. So
Hey James.
yes,
Let's crack these beers.
let's crack these beers. Okay, so as Keith said earlier, this is from Avery Brewery. Avery Brewing. It's White Rascal. It's a Belgian-style white ale.
Right.
And is this filtered or unfiltered?
Unfiltered.
It's an unfiltered beer.
So it's going to be pretty. I like it.
Have we done an unfiltered beer before?
I don't think so. Maybe. Is Gumball Head unfiltered? I don't think it is.
I don't remember. It's good though.
It's good. Gumball
It's good
Head
as
is
shit.
good.
Okay, it's always a critical moment in a video here whenever I pour a beer.
Excellent color on this one.
See how it goes.
I like that cloudy, unfiltered look.
It is pretty cloudy. That's not always a bad thing. Some people are against totally unfiltered beer. They think it kind of finishes bad. I guess it depends on, in my opinion, how good the beer is.
Right.
If it's good beer, it's not going to finish bad. If it's a bad beer, it will. All right, so I didn't fuck that pour up too bad.
No, it looks good, James. It's a good pour.
I think I've mastered the pour down.
Maybe I fucked up because I don't have any head, and at least you got some head. I never get any head.
That's what she said. All right, so Villians. It's the 7th studio album
Right.
by Queens of the Stone Age. And when was this released?
August 25th.
August 25th. So it hasn't been out a real long time. We've been trying to get this video going since it come out. We're finally able to do that. So pretty new review.
Pretty new.
For us, we're used to doing a lot of classic albums, stuff like that. Not a whole lot of brand new albums. This is probably the newest album we've done a review on, I guess.
There's not a lot of good new stuff coming out.
No, there's not.
I mean, hell, we're not rich. We're not just going out buying shit.
But if there's anybody that wants to send us stuff to review, hit us up in the comments and we'll give you an address to send it to. No big deal.
Right.
We have a P.O. box. We can accept stuff at the P.O. box. So
Send them on.
send them on. So if you have an album you want us to review that's coming out, send it our way. So what else have we got on this album, Keith?
The release, it charted the week of September 3rd, was number 3 on the album on the Billboard 200. upon its first week of release. It's also the best-selling album of the week, starting at number 1 on the top album sales chart.
Awesome.
Also, this is Queens of the Stone Age's first album that doesn't feature a guest musician. So usually they've had Dave Grohl on, Billy Gibbons, Trent Reznor, and Mark Lanigan from Screaming Trees fame usually is a regular contributor to the band. And but these guys just went at it solo this time.
Right.
And
this is the first album of theirs I've listened to. I've heard songs here and there, but I've never listened to a full album of theirs. So I was pleasantly surprised whenever I listened to it. I like it. We'll get into that later on as we review the album, though. So let's see. So the cover art for Villians was designed by Boneface, like you said, and they the previous album that they did, Clockwork, like Clockwork. And so what are some of the songs on this one? This song that we're listening to right now is The Way You Used to Do.
Right.
What are some of the other songs on here?
Of course, we heard Feet Don't Fail Me Now. The next track is Domesticated Animals, Fortress, Head Like a Haunted House, Unreborn Again, Hideaway, The Evil Has Landed. That's a great track. Villains of the Circumstance. I like that one as well. Kind of slows it down a little bit. Yep. It's slowing down. I like Hideaway too. It's kind of like I don't know. I could see two people romantically dancing to that track. Yeah. So my favorite tracks on the album are Feet Don't Fail Me Now. And Hideaway. All right.
And listening to this straight for about the past 5 or 6 days, I'm just going to say my favorite ones are The Way You Used to Do and Fortress. I cannot listen to Fortress enough.
Fortress is a good track.
I've been replaying that one over and over and over again, and that's just a great song. I love listening to that song. So that's probably my favorite on the whole album. Fortress is probably my favorite song on it. So we have 2 different opinions on favorite songs there.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. I appreciate them all though.
Yeah.
I like all the tracks. And Head Like a Haunted House, maybe my least favorite, but by no means do I not like it.
That one's probably I agree with you. Yeah. Probably my least favorite on the album. Yeah.
But let's talk about the beer side.
Okay. All right. White Rascal.
White Rascal. Are you even a fan of wheat beers, White Ale?
Yeah, I do. I like, as far as Belgian style types of beer, I like them. Not my first choice, of course, but I drink them. I like Goose Island Matilda a lot. That's a pretty good beer. I'm not really a big fan of unfiltered beers, or not that it's because they're unfiltered. It's just I haven't had a whole lot that I care for. I don't know really why that is, but I've had a few. This one I do like. I'm liking it as I'm sitting here drinking it.
It's tasty. It stands out a little bit. I've had some Belgians that are really floral, kind of, and this is kind of poking into the floral.
Yeah.
It's got some spice to it,
right.
But it's not too far. It's just enough.
Yeah.
It's not overwhelming, and those others have been really overwhelming to the point where I almost didn't drink them, but I finished my beer like a good boy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes that whole floral, it's like you're sticking your face down into a
potpourri.
Bouquet or something. Yeah, potpourri even. Yeah. It's almost, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be that way, but it's almost like they try too hard sometimes. I'm not getting that from this, though. Not at all. I think it's got a good finish.
It's good and crisp, easy drinking, way better than like a Blue Moon if you...
Oh, yeah.
If you dabble, usually Blue Moon is everybody's first white ale.
Yeah.
But it was mine. But definitely some citrus notes. I believe there's some orange peel in here. And I don't know what the spice is. I read what it was, but I can't remember. I didn't write it down.
It's okay. It's made to drink, right?
Made to drink, and it's very drinkable.
It is, yeah.
ABUs are 5.6 if that interests you. 22 IBUs. So I agree with that.
So the alcohol by volume is 5.6.
5.6.
And the IBUs is
22.
22. Okay, all right.
So it's not too bitter at all.
No.
Got nice hop in there, but still balanced with the wheat is more prominent.
Yeah.
As it should be. And the unfiltered, yes, you do get the yeast flavor. It does have a heavy yeast flavor if that turns you off.
I don't know. I mean, I
like
think it would.
Yeast. It's not bready or anything.
No. I think this is. I think it would be a good beer for somebody to start out with that hasn't had an unfiltered beer or hasn't had this style of beer, a Belgian. I think it'd be a good beer to start out with. Probably not my favorite. Wouldn't be my first choice, but just like, oh, I want to try one of these. I'm like, I'll try this one. This would be a good one to pick up, I think.
J-Rod, my buddy J-Rod suggested, hey, White Rascal. And I was like, you're right. Perfect fit for the album.
Yeah.
So I went with Mission. And they had it, and I bought it.
All right,
I
awesome.
don't care what it cost. It cost $20. I probably wouldn't have bought it.
When Hop Slam comes back out, then we'll talk about $20 for a 6-pack there. So, have you ever had Hop Slam?
Never have.
Oh, it's great. When it comes, oh man.
Hop Slam just
Hop
sounds too much for me.
It's good.
All right, we'll try.
It's good. We'll try it next time it comes back out and around. We'll give it a shot. Okay, so what's next here?
Talk about the album some more.
Let's talk about the album some more.
So this is Domesticated Animals,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of a choppy kind of song. And when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know about that track. But the more I listen to it, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an acoustic version of this out there. The guys play live, real intimate recording and everything. Check it out because it's phenomenal.
I haven't seen that yet, so I'll have to check that out. Tonight or tomorrow, sometime soon. I'll have to check that out.
Josh Homme, his vocals are all, to me, he's real unique, but at the same time, very Bowie-esque. And this track is very Bowie-esque. Probably the most Bowie track on the album by far. And I can just picture David Bowie singing the song, and I'm a Bowie fan, and I guess I get a little sentimental about it. Maybe that's why I fell in love. But I could see old man Bowie singing this song and having my mind blown by it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing with me.
I totally agree, because the first time I heard this, I'm like, man, it sounds just like David Bowie. And I thought maybe David Bowie, although I hadn't listened to a whole lot of Queens of the Stone Age, I did know that they, have guest musicians come in and contribute. And I'm thinking, did Bowie come in and like lay down a track before he died when this, before this album come out? That's how much it struck me as being David Bowie singing, but of course it's not. So, it'd been cool if it had been. But the rest of it, I could see a lot of songs on this album being on Diamond Dogs. Like maybe, if Diamond Dogs came out today, I could kind of get this sound off of that.
Yeah, I agree. So we flipped the album now, and we've already talked about it sounding like Bowie-esque.
Right.
The Domesticated Animals.
This song that's starting now
Fortress.
is Fortress. This is my absolute favorite song on the whole album, so I'll let Keith do more talking, and I'll just sit back and listen. No, I'm joking. All right, so do you want to rate the album yet, or do you have more to say?
We can rate the album.
Okay. You want to go first?
I'll go first.
I think you should probably go first.
All right. No, you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yes, I want you to go first.
Okay, so my rating is going to be a little in depth here. I think from Feet Don't Fail Me Now, the first song, up until Fortress, which is this song now, I think is a solid group of songs. I think after Fortress, except for the song Unreborn Again, I think those songs are, to me, I think they're a little weak. My personal opinion, the first half of the album is really strong. So, with that being said, I'm going to give it a 3.5. That's my rating on the album, 3.5.
Okay, I can see that, and definitely the album is top heavy. But that being said, to me, Hideaway and The Evil Has Landed really
bring it back
balance it back out. So I love the entire album, and now probably my initial 2 listens of the album, I probably would have agreed with you 100%. But the more I've listened to it, I absolutely love every track, and find it phenomenal. I sink my head into it, and it gets me to a place I need to be, and I really enjoy the whole album. I'm giving it 5 out of 5.
You get it 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
All right.
It's one of my favorite albums in a long time.
All right. So I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Keith gives it a 5 out of 5. So awesome.
I'm a big Queens of the Stone Age fan, though. I really like their stuff.
Right.
So,
perhaps if I'd listened to some of their other stuff, I may rate it higher. I don't know. Maybe
you
not.
listened to it for 5 days straight?
I did listen to it for 5 days straight, getting ready for this video.
So
mostly because I had never listened to any of their other stuff before. So
your opinion is very valid then.
It is what it is. We've stated before, we're not experts here. This is all personal opinion. So the opinions expressed on this channel are our viewpoints.
So once we start getting paid, we'll become professionals.
Yes.
And then you have to listen to every damn word we say.
Right.
Take it to heart and accept it.
Yeah, and watch those Home Depot commercials and all those other commercials and ads that are going to be on there.
Think it'll be Home Depot?
I don't know, maybe not.
Because of our age?
I would like for there to be beer video or beer commercials on there. That would be awesome.
I don't think they can do that because the kids might be watching it. I don't know.
Oh well, screw that idea then. I guess we're going to be poor forever.
It'd probably be like a Hyundai commercial.
Yes. I was thinking about this on the way down here as I was listening to this album. I think that The Way You Used to Do could be an awesome song for a commercial. Like a background song. So, next time you listen to it, just kind of listen to it and imagine like a Mazda commercial, a car commercial, or maybe it's like a watch commercial or something.
I don't know. Do that, James.
May take away from it a little bit, but I could see that song being used in commercials in the very near future. So if that happens, I called it first, right here.
You called it.
On Vibrations, Libations, that song in a commercial. So go, marketing people, put that in a commercial and prove me right. So, all right, so album rated. So what about the beer?
The beer? I'll give the beer a solid 4. I'm not going to give it any halves or anything. I almost gave it like a 3.5, but I'll give it a solid 4.
I'll give it a 3. It is a good beer, and Keith said it's very drinkable. It'd be a good beer for somebody to start out with who maybe has never tried a Belgian before. Different than an IPA.
Different than that.
It's not even anywhere close to a stout, so it's a totally different style of beer altogether. So if you like to try different styles and you've never had it, again, start out on this, see what you think, and then go from there. So
good for a warmer climate, summertime. It's hot outside today.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here in Kentucky. So all right, so what else do we have to add on this video?
I think that's it.
All right, so again, the album Queen of the Stone Age, Villians is the name of the album. Just come out on the 25th of August, so give it a listen. Go out and buy it, or go out and or go and listen to it on Spotify or even YouTube. You can listen to the whole album on YouTube. So just listen to it on there if you want to. So if you don't have Spotify or Pandora, I like listening to albums on YouTube because you can listen to the whole thing as it's released, track 1 to the end track.
Yeah.
A lot of times on Spotify, they will mix the songs up. You can't really listen to it in the order that they're released in. And I like listening to the album the way it was made, the way it was put out. So YouTube's a great place to be able to do that. So
yeah.
All right. Nothing else?
Nothing there.
All right. So we've reviewed the album. We've reviewed the beer. We appreciate you watching. Please like the video. Feel free to comment on the video. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram also. If you are not a subscriber, I'll put a link down here on the end of the video for you to be able to subscribe. We would appreciate you to subscribe, and I guess that's it.
That's That's it.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'm James.
I'm Keith.
Until next time.
Adios. It's your Naughty Bits. Welcome to Naughty Bits with James and Keith.
Good day,
It was
guys.
more smooth, but that shit wasn't fucking smooth.
Right.